Hi everyone! You may have noticed that recently underpainting has become a little bit of a viral trend. I believe it started on TikTok where the makeup artist Mary Phillips showed how she created some really soft, subtle, natural yet perfect no makeup looks on the likes of Kendall Jenner, Hailey Bieber, Jennifer Lopez, and it sort of all spiraled out of control from there. So although I featured underpainting on my channel numerous times already, I thought we'd have a dedicated video all about that subject, and I'm going to show you how I create that look on an over 40 skin. So I think we all get to a certain age, and that age is going to be different for absolutely everyone because everyone's skin is different, but our skin likes to throw us different challenges just to make life a little bit more awkward, whether that challenge be fine lines and wrinkles, skin texture, discoloration, hyperpigmentation, imperfections, or all of the above. And we automatically look at these new techniques carried out on 20-year-old skin and think they do not apply to us. They are not going to look nice on all of the challenges that our skin faces. Well, I am here to tell you that is utter rubbish. And also to remind you that this is only makeup. Please have a go at this at home. If you don't like it, you can simply wash it off. So we are going to create some fresh face perfection today. This look, if done correctly with the right amount of product, is not just for behind the camera. This is for everyday life as well. And up close and personal, this will not look heavy. It will not look cakey. It will not crease all over the skin. It will just look beautiful. So let's get on with it. So I am not going to enter into the debate of who actually invented this technique. I know for a fact it wasn't Mary Phillips, but I don't think she's actually claiming that she invented this technique. She's just sort of adapting it for everyday life. I've seen this done by Scott Barnes before. I've seen this done by Mario Dedivonovic. I'm sure that this came about in the 1920s when makeup was first brought to market, but who knows? No idea, don't care. I just love the technique. So firstly, let's talk about the products that you'll need to carry out this technique, and you do not need to buy all of the products that I'm using in this video. I pretty much guarantee you'll already have the necessary products within your makeup bag already. Very, very simple. Please don't go and buy all the products that I'm using because some of them are really expensive and it's just not necessary for this technique. These are just the ones I had to hand. So it's not about the individual products. It's about the technique. Now, I prefer to use cream products for the underpainting, so a cream bronzer and possibly a cream blush if you want to take it that far. I like to use a liquid concealer just because I find that liquid concealers don't crease on me, and then a liquid foundation over the top. Now, the reason I like to use a cream bronzer and blush is that cream bronzers and blushes tend to be a little bit more maneuverable for longer, whereas liquid products tend to dry down a bit quicker. So if you are a beginner, you don't do this on a daily basis, if your hand is a little bit slower or you're a little bit unsure in places, the liquid products may have dried down a little bit too quickly, making them more challenging to blend out, and you won't end up with a smooth, seamless finish, which is what we all want. So cream products, I believe, work best for this, but again, if you do this on a daily basis and you're quite quick with it, liquid products will work just as well. So I like to really heavily prep my skin for this. Moisturizer, SPF, a nice primer. I do like to have a little bit of a slip left on the surface of the skin because I think that really helps the blending of all the products together. The primer that I've used today is the DIOR Forever Glow Veil. Again, you do not have to buy this one, just any one that suits your skin is great. So first of all, I'm going to apply concealer, and this isn't what everybody does, but you know, I'm going to do my version of this. I like to cover over my imperfections first, so I'm going to go in with my Huda Beauty concealer mixed with my Lancome All Over concealer and just go in especially underneath the eye area and also my eyelids. So I do this step first because I like to apply a liquid concealer. Liquid concealers don't crease on my under eyes the way that cream concealers do because they dry down a lot faster than creams. So I like to get this step completely out of the way, and then I don't have to worry about it for the rest of the whole process. Also, I like to cover over my imperfections, like my under eye circles, first, because then my skin seems more perfected, and because of that I apply less of all the other products, the bronzer, the blush, the foundation, and then my skin looks way more natural by the end of the whole process. Going in with a cream contour or a bronzer, you use whichever product you want. You can either apply this directly from the stick or apply it with a brush. I'm going to just lift the eye a little bit by applying a stripe from the corner of the eye up through the brow and to the temple. I'm going to apply a bit underneath that cheekbone, tip of the chin, and then underneath that jaw, and a little bit under here. Now this is really important for me, but you can skip that step. I just think it just perfects the entire look. I then get my brush, and this is the BK Beauty 205 brush, and just going to contour my nose slightly. So the bronzer slash contour product that I've used is by Makeup by Mario, and it's the Soft Sculpt in the shade Light Medium. Again, you don't need to buy this product. Any cream bronzer or any cream contour product will do. So I don't usually underpaint with cream blush. I like to apply my cream blush or powder blush on top of my foundation because I like a bit of a punchier look when it comes to my blush. But if you really like a softer, more lit from within look with your blush, this actually may really work for you. So for the purpose of this video, we're going to give it a go. I'm going to take my Victoria Beckham Cheeky Posh blush in the shade Miniskirt and just apply it where I would usually apply it, but slightly more vigorously, a little bit more than usual, just on the tops of my cheekbones and slightly on the top of the apple of my cheek. Then I'm going to take a lighter shade of concealer, and because I'm using a liquid, I'm going to do this quite quickly and just highlight where I want highlighting, a little bit more at the corners of the eyes just to lift that up a little bit. Anywhere where I want a little bit more light. And this is where the magic happens. I'm going to take some of my La Mer Soft Fluid Longwear Foundation. This is in the shade 120 Ivory, which is my perfect skin tone. And that is really, really important. You either need to go for something that directly matches your skin tone or something slightly lighter. If you go for anything deeper that doesn't match your body, when it's mixed in with all of the other products, it's going to look really unnatural. So it's really important that you get the right shade. But again, doesn't have to be this foundation. Any liquid foundation of your preference will do the job. I'm using very, very little. I am not going overboard with the foundation. I'm really getting it in the brush. And then I'm going to start on the lighter areas first. I am not swiping with this. I am just tapping this on the skin. You don't want to be swiping, otherwise you're going to be moving the product where you don't want it. So I've just realised I've not put any concealer around my nose, so I'm just going to do that now. I seriously do look like Aunt Sally at the moment, don't I? A rosy-cheeked mess. So with a bit more of the foundation on my brush, I'm going to go in to the darker areas and just blend, 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 tap, 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 no swiping, just blending it out perfectly with tapping motions. And it doesn't take as long as you might think. When it comes to my jaw, instead of tapping, I'm swiping underneath because I don't want that to move very much at all. I want it to stay exactly where it is. So I am definitely not a makeup artist. I'm just sharing with you what I've learned through other YouTube videos, TikTok videos, and also trial and error at home. You may find some other channels with makeup artists that can offer you a little bit better advice than me, but this is just what works for my skin. So look how pretty that looks. It looks incredibly natural and skin-like, not a hint of cakiness or heaviness in sight. You can see a little flush from the blush poking through, and the contour is just the right level of contour for me. Some people would go in with extra, like a powder contour or even a bit of cream contour over the top to make it more chiseled. I like that. Subtlety is key for me. I don't want anybody to notice that I actually have any contour product on my skin. I just want everything to look more lifted and elevated, and I think this does it really, really well. I may apply a little bit of powder blush over the top of this, but I do like the natural flush that this is giving. So nice. You need to have a go at this at home because, I mean, it is beautiful, and you don't use any more product than you would usually use because I'm using a lot less foundation than I would usually have on my skin, and I think my skin looks better for it. So it's a dry shampoo casual day for me, so the hair has gone up. The only product I've added to my skin whilst I've been applying the rest of my products is the Victoria Beckham Cheeky Posh Blush in the shade Knickers, just to give a little bit extra. The inner glow from within with the blush underneath the foundation just wasn't glowy enough for me. You all know how I am, so I just wanted to add a little bit more glow on the surface, just a little bit of a girly edge to the look. I do think it is lovely though, and I would love it if you would all give this a go if you haven't already, in the comfort of your own homes. If you've tried it already, do let me know how you got on in the comment section. If you're going to try it, also let me know, and let me know how you get on. I really hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you found it helpful. Anything is achievable. Any look is possible on an over 40 skin. You do not need to let your age hold you back. Just go for it. Let me know what you've thought of this video, and hope to see you all in the next one. Bye everyone.